joined the military when you were 18. When was this? This was like 12, 13 years ago? 14 years ago?
I joined February 2008.
February 2008.
Yeah. I shipped off to boot camp on February 25th, 2008. Yeah.
How long was boot camp? It was like 3 months?
No. Maybe
4 months?
I think 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
We have a friend now.
Yeah.
Who's doing that? Mr. M.
Oh yes. Shout outs to him.
Shout outs to Joel M, who joined the U.S. Army at the age of 30. God bless his soul.
Yeah.
What do you think about joining the military late? You joined 18. How old was everybody when you were?
It was just a mixture of the average age I would say was probably like 27.
27?
Yeah, it's pretty old.
People join pretty late, huh?
People join pretty late.
I always thought like military, army, right?
Yeah.
No offense to anyone who did time in service. God bless you. But I always thought, and this is what my father told me. Okay, so and I still somewhat believe it, and it's still somewhat maybe true.
I'll either affirm it or deny it.
You'll probably affirm it. You joined the military after high school,
right?
Because you didn't get accepted into any good college, or you joined the military because you ain't doing shit with your life.
Right.
So it's like go spend time, do a few years, come back, and maybe you'll find a different path or something. It'll strain you out.
Yeah. So I would agree with the first two, but you have to add a third caveat to that, just for the military, U.S. military.
Okay.
Your dad, and same like my dad, they were in the Korean Army and they were forced. Whereas like that third option in the U.S. Army or military, it's just like
it's voluntary.
You want to do it,
right?
And that's that third caveat. It's like you felt really patriotic for whatever the reason, or
people don't join the military because they feel patriotic.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
You'd be surprised. Have you seen the Trumpers?
I mean, listen. So when our friend Joel joined the military, right?
Yeah.
He came back for like a short time last month, and I met up with him, and I had to ask him about all sorts of military stuff. But he told me, and this was interesting, right? That throughout. When did he went? He went last year in the summer. He went to boot camp. And he said that his class or the enrollment time was the highest that the U.S. has ever seen. I forgot the numbers, but he told me it was like 3, 4, 5 times higher in terms of enrollment numbers than in the past. And I'm thinking, yeah, that makes sense because of COVID, they're not working.
Yeah.
People got laid off. They're not doing shit at home. Well, somewhere, but a lot of, U.S. Kids probably not, right? Just home jacking off, playing video games, right? They joined the military, and I thought to myself, and you may not agree with this, but this is what I think, right? Military is a giant welfare program.
Yes,
it's a giant fucking welfare program. Now, I wouldn't say this if I didn't hear what actually happens when you're there. Right? Because he told me, and I didn't know this, right? He told me that you train with women.
It just depends on the job, and I guess that's changed since I've gotten out.
When you were there, did you train with women?
Not as much. So
for him, it's completely co-ed.
Yeah, for him, I think his job, it's all open to both female and male. Back then, my job, and this is like, I got out 2014, and it was changing around that time. My job, because it was a combat job, that meant it was like males only. So it was just dudes everywhere. But towards the end of it, you started seeing women started coming in, taking some of the jobs that were traditionally just males. So that might have changed over the years.
So I'm thinking, and the reason why I say it's a big welfare program, which I mean, partly it's always been that way forever, but it's like your tax dollars, my tax dollars is paying for this motherfucker, right? Joel Lim, I told him my tax dollars is paying for your fucking paycheck. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, a big chunk of it, I think like U.S. Federal budget's like 40%. Something insane like that. But you have to think about it. His paycheck is probably like 0.000001 of a penny. Right, of that 40%. No, I get it, because a lot of it is on like the arms.
Yeah,
spending.
It's most of like the military projects,
right.
the the things that blow up.
Yeah. No, no. So, but still, it's still part of his fucking salary. So I'm thinking, okay, all right, I'm paying a portion of your salary, and you're out there and you're doing push-ups and with women. No offense to women, but it's like when you think of military, you think of guys who can potentially go to war or or maybe sent out to whatever special force operations that they do.
Right.
I don't think he's not that, but regardless, right? It's like, because this is what he told me in not his boot camp, his platoon or his station.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in Arizona.
Yeah.
And it's co-ed, like what the barracks where he sleeps in.
Yeah.
Like his first dude.
Yeah.
Well, his floor is like, and then like the bottom floor, the second floor is female.
Yeah.
But when they get up in the morning, and they run and do all that other shit, it's with females.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's like, how do you train together?
Well, you just do.
Because I'm saying men and women are built differently, physically speaking, right?
Yeah, but that's also where like the discipline part comes in. It's just like you're like kind of forced to work together, even though you're two different genders, and then you just find a way to make it work without having.
But wouldn't the training be compromised, dummied down? That's what he said. He said it's been watered down over the years.
It has been watered down over the years, but to be honest, it hasn't been that great in my opinion. It could have been a lot better, and I think when you're changing. Because right now he's in the changing process.
What do you mean changing process?
Like this is having females join, dudes in the military. It's still a relatively new concept, and it's just getting even more sped up.
Like updated. You're talking about like all the because the concept of having men and women together in the military instead of having a separate female,
right?
Because in Korea they have like Yeogun, which is like a totally separate female division,
right? And
there's males, right? They don't train together, right? But in America they do.
Yeah.
So
because it's updating. Yeah, because it's like it's going through like a change. It's gonna be like it's not gonna be pretty. No one's really gonna know what's going on, and it's always gonna be constantly just updated and be like, oh, it could have been done this way, or it shouldn't have been done this way, and it's just going to be messy for the most part.
This is what my tax dollars is paying for? It's paying for this fucking updates?
You want to know what else your tax dollars are paying for?
What is it paying for?
Some other dumb crap. It's paying